Hi, boys and girls. The other day I read you a book about birds and where they make their nests. And I was thinking as I was outside and I heard lots of different birds, I was thinking that maybe I should share a book with you to help you be able to identify some of the birds that you might be hearing when you're outside. So here's a book. It's called Bird Calls. And I hope you can hear all the sounds for the riddles that I'm going to read you about these birds. So here we go. I show up in the spring with my reddish breast and like to pull worms from the ground. Which bird am I? The American robin. And if you hear this sound, it's probably a robin. You might hear them in the early morning or when the sun starts to go down. Remember, they like to eat worms from the ground. All right, let's check out the next bird. I look like a stone hidden on the ground and can fool you to keep my babies safe. What bird am I? This is the killdeer. And here's the sound that they make. All right, let's hear the next bird. I think you know this one. My feathers have stripes, and I hunt at night as I silently fly through the woods. What bird am I? I'm going to play the sound first and see if you can recognize what bird this is. This is the barred owl. Remember, we saw one of these at school. Let's play that sound again. I was very excited. I was running last week and I heard that sound in the woods. I couldn't see him, but I knew exactly what the sound was. And so I knew there was a barred owl somewhere up in a tree. I couldn't find him though. I like to dance and kick in the leaves and add soft hair to my nest. What bird am I? This is the eastern towhee. And they make this sound. See who's next. I wear bright feathers of cherry red and like to sing a cheery song. What bird am I? This is the northern cardinal. If you see one of these, the male has these bright, bright, bright red feathers. And the female looks like this too. She's not as bright red. The males are very, very bright. You will definitely know it's a cardinal if you see one. And if you hear this sound. I'm friendly, curious, and rather small, and wear a black cap on my head. What bird am I? This is the black-capped chickadee, and it makes this sound. I'm sure you've heard it before. If you listen to it carefully, it almost sounds like they're saying chickadee-dee-dee-dee-dee, chickadee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Try it. And this is the state bird of Massachusetts. So we do have a lot of them around here. I hope you see one. I live in marshes and show red patches on my shoulders when I fly. What bird am I? So if you live near a swamp or a lake or a pond with some water, you might see one of these. This is a red-winged blackbird. It's not just a blackbird or a crow that we see flying. They're special. They're smaller and they have this bright red feather right on their wings. And listen to the sound they make. It's a really pretty sound, so you'll know it's them. A red-winged blackbird. All right, the last one. I'm plump and round and live on the ground in fields and farms and meadows. We don't have too many open fields and meadows around here, but if you ever go to a big field or meadow, maybe you'll see one of these. A northern bobwhite. And here's their sound. So there are some bird calls that you guys can listen up for when you go outside. It would be amazing if you could hear an owl in the early morning or when the sun starts to go down at dusk. You'll probably hear some chickadees or robins now that the weather's getting warmer. And you can play this video again if you need to hear the sounds of different type of birds. I hope you guys enjoyed this book. I still miss you. Bye.